Oh, okay. It looks like my internet connection was not working that well. Anyways, so hey everyone, I'm Crystal from Color Me Kale. So today I wanted to talk to you a bit about something that comes up a lot in my clients and in myself. I know that we all do this. And it's the resistance that we create for ourselves when it comes to our goals. And I especially see this true when it comes to our health and especially with weight loss goals. So, and especially since it's Monday, this is something that I wanted to touch on. So if you've ever been in that position where you're like, you know what, on Monday, I'm totally going to start working out every morning, and then I'm going to meditate for 15 minutes, and I'm going to do a hot yoga class, and I'm going to have 15 minutes by myself to just enjoy my coffee. And then by the time Monday rolls around, you try doing all that, it just becomes kind of overwhelming and overloaded, and it just becomes this really weighted feeling for yourself. And you're like, oh, it's so hard and it's such a struggle. And those are like two sentences I hear very frequently. I've said them myself and I see them a lot with my friends, with my clients, and everyone. It's just like, oh, it's so hard and it's such a struggle. It's because you put so much on your plate of everything that you wanted to do for yourself. And while all these goals themselves are really beautiful and they're super awesome, it can sometimes just become this like weighted feeling that continues and continues on. You put so much pressure on yourself that even the littlest thing can kind of throw you off. You're like, well, I tried doing it all and it didn't work. And then so now I think I'm just going to sit and eat a pizza or a pint of ice cream and that's all there is. And so it just becomes kind of this natural thing of then maybe going into binge eating or just maybe not so healthy habits. So I want to stop it right there and talk about how to really create more ease in the process of really attaining your goals. And this goes with any goals for yourself. Is one, take a deep breath and just choose one thing each morning or one thing each week that you really, really want to work on. So instead of doing the workout, the food, and the meditation, and all this other thing, just choose one thing for yourself and start with where you're at, right? So up here might be your big goal, but start right here and just nudge yourself out of your comfort zone just a little bit, but make it doable for yourself. So my suggestion is always to work on gut health and self-care. And the reason why I choose these is because these are really at the center of being just feeling so good and happy in your body and shedding weight with ease, improving your energy. Your gut is linked to your serotonin as well. Your serotonin is stored within your gut. So if you work on your gut health, you're automatically going to be in a better mood and you're going to feel really good. Also, too, your immune system lies within your gut. So if you work on your gut, you're working on your health. You're not going to get sick. You're going to feel a lot better. And also, you're working on your energy levels. And sometimes I can definitely say this since I've been really working on my gut health in the past few years. Sometimes my energy levels are so high that I'm like, I just need to get to sleep, but I have so much energy. And this is very true. And I don't say this to brag, but this is really what it can be. And I've seen this over and over again, is when you're working on your gut health, you are going to feel so amazing in your body in so many different ways. Plus, you're going to have great bowel movements. And you know how that feels because like after a great bowel movement, you're just like, yes, like you could take over the world. So that's a piece of it too. So in that, I wanted to share one of the simplest things you can do that doesn't even necessarily have to do with what food you are eating. So this goes for anyone, and this is probably the biggest thing and the simplest thing you can start with right now today. So if you're like, I was planning all these things and like it just feels like so much, I don't even know what foods I should be cooking for like a healthy gut, or I'm just feeling lost, not sure, I don't have time. Okay, so the simplest thing you can really do is to chew your food. This is something that I know we all do. We get in such a rush in this motion of every day-to-day stuff that we just kind of gobble down our food. We don't even enjoy it. And then your digestive system has to work so hard to break that down, especially if we're eating processed foods, meats, dairy, inflammatory foods. Our body has to work that much harder. So where do you think your energy is going? Your digestive system. So if you're going from lunch and you're like, and you're just kind of chowing down and you got to get back to work, and then you're like, ugh, I feel so tired and I thought like I had this great healthy lunch, but I'm just like, just want to go take a nap. Ask yourself, are you chewing your food? Like this is a pretty big thing. So you want to chew your food to the point that it's liquid. You want to do this, you want to chew about 30 to 60 times, so take about 30 to 60 bites per bite, if that makes sense. You really want to get it to its liquid. And this is one of those things that can help so much. So no matter what you're eating, if you're like, okay, like I don't really have time to make a home cooked meal, I don't have time to go eat a salad, and this is all that's available to me. That's cool. Give yourself permission, right? Path of least resistance. Give yourself permission to be okay with where you're at and do just a couple simple things. Gut health is really about simplicity, and so is self-care. It's about everything we do, and not just what we do, but how we do it. So think about that. I'm going to chew my food today. That's the one thing I'm going to do for myself. I'm going to sit and I'm going to chew my food. You can do it in the car. You don't have to do it any special way. All you got to do is chew. So pretty much the simplest thing you can really do. So choose the path of least resistance. Give yourself credit for what you do. You are amazing. You're trying. That's what matters. Just allow yourself a little room, a little bit of wiggle room. You don't have to start on Monday. You can start right now in this very instance. You don't have to wait for any program to come to you or anything else. Start with yourself. Start with where you're at. And also water is a great one too. Drink your water, chew your food. Those are two easy ones. So wanted to share that with you today because that was feeling really alive. I've had a lot of conversations the past couple days about the resistance we bring to it. So be mindful of your words and chew your food. There's no struggle. Release that word. It's not hard. Release that as well. Let there be ease in what you do. Okay, love to you all. Mwah.